The latest job numbers are out and they show the Canadian market has stumbled slightly. It's the first drop in hiring in 9 months. Now take a look. Here's what the May stats had to say. The start of the summer job season meant students are now reflected in those statistics. In the 16 to 25-year age group, 77,000 could not find work. But the 25 to 54 age group in the prime earning years saw 63,000 jobs landed. For more on this, we've reached Shazia, Gina Morissette, and she's in Calgary. She is the Student Union President at the University of Calgary. Welcome to the program.
Hello, and thank you very much for having me to talk about such an important topic today.
Yeah, it really is. Now, you noticed in the statistics I was reading there, it's primarily driven by job losses among young people. What are you hearing from students there?
Well, we know students are struggling. The market is challenging for jobs right now and more saturated than ever due to an affordability crisis all over the country, but namely here in Alberta. And in Alberta, a 33% increase to tuition over the last 4 years at the University of Calgary. With historic inflation, record increases to tuition, and a worsening housing crisis, post-secondary students not only want but need full-time summer employment to keep up with the rising costs of living.
Yeah, you talk about that. Most university students have just finished or finished, if they went a little longer into the summer. Paint us a picture just how hard it is to navigate this job market.
Yeah, well, I can speak on the side of what we haven't seen, and that's a summer jobs program from the province. The provincial government cut the summer jobs program that was in place for years in 2019, and the STEP program actually subsidized employers to be able to hire students for the summer. And that's not just in, your average service jobs. That is quality employment in something that likely would be in this field for the student, and really tap into those that may not have as much market need immediately, but those students still need to build experience just the same for their future. And anecdotally, I can say that I've heard from students that, they're choosing to not disclose or risking not disclosing that they are a student and that they need to return to school in September, and they'll need to reduce their hours at that time so that they have an even playing field with others in the job market right now. Right at the same time, too, we're hearing that some students are competing with sometimes over 1,000 other candidates for a position. And this is just unacceptable. It's not only going to have an impact on students this summer, but it's going to have an impact to the whole year ahead, and let alone just their academics and their student experience, but their own mental well-being and health in general as well.
Yeah, it's really tough. So maybe you can help some students who are watching right now. What tips would you give them?
If I had to give some students tips right now, I would definitely say, unfortunately, keep at it. That's the number one thing we are hearing from students, is that the competition is high out there because there's only so many quality positions. That's something that STEP actually was able to do, was increase those quality positions on the market for the summer, and namely for students that are going back to school in September and are going to have that employment that knows that they're leaving again, and they don't have to dance on their tippy toes all the summer because they're worried about losing their job. So to the tips point, I'd say, yeah, keep at it. Keep really working to find the avenues where you may improve your resume and things like that. But honestly, that only goes so far right now. What we're seeing is ultimately that we've needed, the SU at the U Calgary, for example, we've needed to step up and expand our summer jobs program that we offer in absence of a provincial summer jobs program to subsidize wages for students that are finding work in their field but are taking a pay cut to choose that quality and important meaningful job to their experience overall. And that's the challenge here is what students are trying really hard. So I really hesitate to give any advice because I don't think the onus is on students here.
Well, I'm wishing those students luck. I know what it's like to have to go out there and pay for your university or rent and all the other expenses. Shazia, thank you for coming on.